Continuing from where I left off yesterday. Cedric Rockingham, Esquire. I am Cedric Rockingham. Cedric Rockingham. Cedric Rockingham, Esquire. Automotive apprentice. Well, no. I'm a mechanic now because I've got my own workshop. So it's like a Mitsubishi. So that'd be like, I don't even know what model that is. It's like, what American model is it? Because that looks like an Evo. General running gear. That one will do. Is money. What do we got? You need 2 leaf springs. Righto, I can do you on the hoist. So I want to get tablet, car parts, leaf. 2 leaf springs. To start with, let's just inspect. Wait, why am I doing it this way? Why don't I just go to the test track? Make sure I turn the controller on. Controller on. Test track. Test track. Take it. Let's go. Let's go. Controller is on. Let's give it the beans. That's supercharged, is it? There we go. Test complete. Test complete. And look at all that shit that I just tested. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, did I even get points for that? And it tests 4 out of the 10. I didn't even look at my fucking experience before I took it for the test drive. Well, then doesn't that just suck ass? So I've tested a good part of the engine. Still, let's get those experience points. Here it is. There's the big old fucking positive displacement. Exhaust. 2, 1, 2. Drive shaft. So the 2 leaf springs are what need to be done. That's an easy job. What is it? 4 bolts, 6 bolts per side. You got 4 bolts for the U-bolts. Remove the plate. Let's just do a full complement of tests. Oh yeah, that looks drop. They do look a little grody. Just a little grody. I don't even know if I've got that set right. I don't know if it's... Because I did a stupid thing and I reduced the volume of the game in the stream, so it may be too quiet. Who knows? Not me. And guess what? I don't care. Because if I'm the only one here, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Worry about that shit when you start getting popular. And guess what? I ain't popular. What do we got? My videos. It doesn't even show that I'm streaming it. Oh, yes, it does. No, that's 21 hours ago. So I have not apparently gone... Well, I probably am live, but... No, I am. I am. It's just that nothing is showing it yet. So close all that crap on the iPad. Let's just start something else. Fuel pressure test. There we go. It says I'm live! Excuse me. Not really, but yeah. Chat. Live chat. There we go. I wish there was just a way to pop chat out on the iPad. Let's put it up in the air. Let's do the leaf springs. Let's be done with it. Why is that number plate clipping? Oh, because it's a little bit bent. Right. So I have to do the 2 U-bolts. So it's 4 nuts each. Well, 4 nuts each side, I should say. Remove the leaf spring plate. Remove the bushes. Ooh, I must remember. It only takes small bushes. That's right. I didn't buy extras of them. So let's do a small little bush. A bush. And a leaf spring U-bolt. Absolutely thrilling gameplay right now. It's such a thrilling thing. And yes, I already bought that, so... Ooh. Car status. Replace with minimum 57%. So... The 57s... Ah, there was a 57 on each side. Okay. So if I put a 70 on this side, on the front... 57 at the back... Yeah, that'll do. And I put a 70-something on the outside and a 60-something on the inside. So I balance it. Yes, yes. That one. Get a new one in there. A new bushing. 57 at the back. And the better one at the front. That's how I did it, yeah. Whoop. Pixel peep it. And then I put the better one on the outside. And the crappy one on the inside. And now I can finish the order. I need more money. Bonus XP. Ooh, the Jag. The Jag. Yes, I'm doing the Jag. What do you want? You want... Oh, is that it? You motherfucker. You're wasting my time. This has an ECU, doesn't it? This isn't just mechanical, because that's a throttle body. It's not mechanical injection, is it? Let's find out. No OBD port. So it's mechanical injection. You bitch. Well, if nothing else... run some tests, get some free XP. La 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 la. Free XP, help me to level up in this game. La 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 la. Look at the clipping. This is a standard car. Look at that shit. Down there. Look at it. Clipping into the fucking wheel. See? That fucking grot. Shit clips like that. It's fucking grotty. It doesn't belong. Let's do a fuel pressure test anyway. Now you wanted brake fluid, coolant, and windshield washer, so power steering is fine. So I need to additional tools, drain tool, coolant, brake, and windshield. And then top all three up. Part unmount. Brake cap. Bloop, 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 bloop. Really grotty looking booster there. You didn't even want the oil check. You've got too much fucking power steering fluid. Seriously, come on. Bah. Excuse me. I retaste crumpets. It's crumpets with some cheap margarine spread and garlic salt. Because the cheap spread had 0 fucking salt in it. It was unsalted. Garbage. It was a little bit... bleh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da! Ooh, this car could be a lot of fucking components. Look at that. So, do I get... Can I crack 500 points on this one car? Probably not. We'll find out. We'll find out next time. I mean, I still need 40 or 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33 points. This could be close. Fuse box. It's 2 points. Oh, 25, 24 points. So I'm going to get 11 aside. So that's 22. I'm actually going to crack 500 points. That's worth it. That is worth. Because if I do that, it's going to be perfect. The car's going to get me to 500 points. Oop. If I don't bump a fucking button. Yeah, that brake booster looks a bit... Bleh. I can see the crust in the corner of the screen there. So it's 500 points exactly. Well, I think that's it. I did everything that I wanted with it. What's next? I don't want a BMW. You want other tasks. You sound interesting. I don't even know what the fuck this car is otherwise. What do we got? Brake problems not discovered. Coolant, power steering, and windshield washer. Alright, so how do I discover brake problems? I take it for a test drive. Test drive, test track. Brah. Drive it. Let's go. USDM rice. Yep. It's a car. And it sounds like a diesel. Does it have ABS? Yes, it does. It squeals a bit, but it has ABS of sorts because it didn't just lock up and shoot me off the track. Alright, so 2 discs and 2... Oh, 1 disc, pads, 2 calipers. Easy. So now it'll tell me in here that it wants specifically... that shit. Onto the hoist we go. Excuse me. Garlic. I taste the garlic. Well, that's the pad. That's the disc. That's a caliper, and that's every wheel has to come off regardless. Awesome. Now the question is, are the front wheels the same as the back wheels? Oop, I just have to spray it. Gotta spray it with the WD-4. We're not not just ripping it off for nothing, are we? Oh, that was funny. I found it funny that it actually is. Because the whole idea of WD-4 is just, yeah. WD-04. Now, are these wheels the same? I didn't even pay attention, so I guess we'll find out when it comes time to refit them. I mean, it is... Is it all-wheel drive? No, it's just front-wheel drive. Ah, excuse me. Whoop. There's no sneaking those calipers off with the wheels on. So, brake. So I need 2 calipers, a disc, and a pads. So you want a caliper. No. I want to put the worst piston on the back. Rim, modern 02. Are we all 215 4017s? We are, so the worst ones go on the back. No, that one. No, that one. It'd probably help if I faced the correct direction. So I want a good caliper again. And I want a better cylinder at the front and a good wheel at the front. Boop. Brake pads. You want good pads. We want the better of the 2 calipers and the better of the 2 pistons. And the better of the wheels. A wholly inaccurate talking procedure. New disc. The only remaining pad. The only remaining caliper. The only remaining piston. And the only remaining modern 02 wheel. And you want the fluids done. Which fluids was it? It was power steering, coolant, and windshield. So we're leaving brake. So we drain that one. That one. and that one. So we do with a little cluster of goo. Why is there a... That looks like a gate. So is it a blow-off valve, or is it supposed to be cooling? Oh, there's a little vacuum line. So hang on, what the... So where does that go? Ew, there's no manifold. Ew. It's just a head with a port on it. Ew. Ew, that's grotty. That's gross. What the fuck? What kind of... Ew, shitbag shenanigans is that? That's like a diesel. Oh, I'll add just a bit more of that, just because there's no fucking full mark on it. What shitbag shenanigans is that? Is this a diesel? I don't think so. Either way, it's... Hang on, are there spark plugs or... No, that looks like the chrome line or stainless lines. I've got to have a better look at this motor. Give me a sec. Do we have injectors? That'd be why it sounded like a diesel, because it looks like it might actually be a diesel. Fuel rail. No, it's petrol. It's a 3-cylinder. Ew. Ew. Gross. There's no manifold. Ew. A single exhaust port on the side of the head. Ew. That is... Ew. Yeah, finish the order. Get it out of here. That thing's... That's grot. Ooh. Bonus XP. Double check. No, we have no more bonus XP. That is our bonus XP. Ugh. Oh no, you want me to do body work, don't you? Other tasks. No, you don't. Holy shit. So does that mean I get to drive it? Test track. Does it drive? Yes, it does. We're going to discover parts. It's left-hand drive. It's not a real GTR. It is not a real GTR. It's left-hand drive. Get into it. Cut the corner. There we go. Now, has it discovered everything that's wrong? Brake disc, brake caliper and pads. Yeah, I think it's discovered most of what it needed. Part not discovered. So it's going to be the ABS module. Yeah. That's grot. Alright, so if I do the OBD scanner, what's that going to pick up? You're going to pick up the ABS shit? Or is that going to come in under... there it is, ABS module. So does the pump come in under... Well, it's not going to be a compression test, it's going to come in under the electrics test, possibly. Oh, big yawn. Biggest yawn. Oh yeah, it's going to be those cars that start popping up with fucked piston rings and... yeah, I know what's coming in this game. You got to strip half the fucking car apart just to get to one ring that needs replacing. And fuel pressure test I'll worry about. Because it's points. Actually, the suspension should be nice and complicated. So what am I? 50 something points away from leveling up. I'll do the parts anyway. So I need to go to the electric shop and get the ABS pump and the ABS module. So electronics shop, ABS pump, ABS module, pump, module. Bah. Excuse me. Bah. Alright, now you wanted any fluids. Brake fluid and washer fluid. Alright, so I might as well do that while I'm here. Drain tool. Brake fluid and washer fluid. And that one. I cannot wait for the new fucking mousepad to arrive. Because I currently have 0 paddage on my desk. Why? Because I gave my nice Corsair one to my mum to use. So I ordered a William one yesterday. The bone skull. Because it looks fucking wild. Was it Epic Desk? I think it has it. Epic Desk, that's it. Boop. Alright, so now I only have a brake caliper, disc and pads. So go to the shop, caliper, disc and pad. That's a rear brake too, because this is a regular disc. There, brake. So it's brake disc, caliper, pads. So it's mostly going to be the back end, well, I hope. Alright, let's get it in on the hoist. That windscreen is fucked. It is. Right, I've got to get it up on the up off the ground. Come, give me a look. What are you? Is there anything grot here? The pad looks grot. No, the pad might be fine. That one is grot. Oh, I'm so painfully slow. Oh, that's a caliper and a pad. So it's a rear disc that's shot. Because it's ventilated at the front. So pad, caliper. Well, that's interesting, and that's front right. No, front left. So he hasn't fucked the brakes from stalling it up for burnouts. It's not that one, it's that one. Alright, let's spray it with a WD-04. WD-04. The Nissan wheels. The Nissan wheels. Nissan. Blech. I need 10 grand so I can do the workshop. I need to start repairing parts. Slowly, slowly. And then I start inspecting the car because I am 40 points shy. And I should get that 40 points from this thing fairly easily, I would hope. Because that is a comprehensive air intake. I get the fuse box. I don't think I can check the intercooler. No, I can check that reservoir. I can check that reservoir. And that reservoir. I can do the front left suspension. That's 4 parts. 4 points. I've already done. No, I've got to do that one. So I got 24 points for this. So I will. There we go. I'm going to make it now. Yes. Doodling. Level 7. That's an extra point for me, bitches. And I think I realistically want to, at this point, I want to put it into my the inspection. I need inspection speed because inspection speed is points. And for the points to just consistently tick up like this, I need more inspection points. I need a better magnifying glass. Okay, that was easy. Can I get this open by the time? No, I can't. That's fine. You can just wait. There we go. Stream's back open on the iPad just so I can keep an eye on. I need to buy another monitor. I'm just going to have to suck it up and buy one. I'll just get a cheapie. Whatever is cheap. I can't search that. You know what? That's fine. I've done enough. The job is finished. Get it out of here. Don't need an old style Skyline. Brake problems and suspension rattling. Excuse me. Alright, what do you want? Wow. That is, So it's going to be a gearbox at least. And then an oil change. So let's just, first things first, OBD scanner, throw the scanner on it. I can see the sway bar for the back end is both sway bars, front and rear, are shot. Spark plugs fucked, coils fucked. Yeah. Compression test. Well, it does at least run. Fine. I can see a bush down there is shot. Yep, all bushes in the front are shot. So hopefully don't have to dig too deep into the motor. It looks like it could very well just be superficial garbage. Throttle body bolts look a bit... That's all looking fine. Now I've got to do the fuel pressure test. And I suppose I might as well do the fucking tyre gauge. I mean, it's 4 points, right? 4 points is 4 points. Now, can I drive it? Does it drive? The engine can't be started right. Just because of the spark plug and shit. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's get it on the hoist. Let's fix the shit that I... part not discovered. So if I get the engine running... so what I should do is highlight... Oh, fuck. Right, well, motor's coming apart, so let's drain the coolant and drain the oil. Gearbox does have to come off. So if I take the remove mount, there we go, remove part, starter motor out. So, power steering should be fine to stay on. everything else should say coolant's done. I have to get it up and get the oil out. Because if I'm popping a piston out the back end, wait for the clunk, drain the oil, I might as well just pop the pan straight off. That shaft's gone, so crankshaft bearing cap is shot. It looks like, oh no. It's the crank shot. Doesn't look shot. I might be lucky here. I might be very lucky. These rod caps look a bit grot. Because they are a bit grot, and there's the grotty piston. So there's two middle grotty pistons, and I'm just going to assume it's going to need... It's going to need that done, isn't it? Oh, is that the piston up there, is it? No, that piston's fine, but is it the rings on that one that's shot? Let's look at this. So the front wheels have to come off, the drive shafts have to come out. The brakes can stay assembled. Front drive axle, up you go. Bearing shot. So I need to pull the bearing. Yeah, bearing's fucked. I don't know why I'm doing it in this pattern, but I am. That is fine. The axle comes out. Bearing is fucked. I need to get the tie rod and then the front sway bar, the drive shaft. It's fucked. And I could see grot from the inside of the engine, so that suggests that the flywheel is... Yeah. Flywheels are going to be... And while I've got it up here... Oh, clutch is gone too. Right, let's pull the bushing out, because I can see that bushing is fucked. So is that one. So is that one. I can't see that one. I don't know if that one's fucked. Let's see, have I discovered everything? No, I have not discovered everything yet. So, how can I poke my face in to check that? That one looks fine. That one I can see from the outside. So now I need to come over to... That one looks visibly fine from the outside. That bolt is grot, but how's the bush? That bush is potentially grot. Let's have a look. I just need to pay attention to what side, because that's the big bush side, and then the small bush side looks fine. So I know rubber bushing 67 and 73. So that's fine, that's both of them fine. I'll slap that bitch back in. So that is potential. No, more bushes at the back. So for that to come out, I got to drop the links out. and the links don't come off unless the back wheels come off. So I've probably got shot bearings in here too, right? Bearing looks fine. Oh, those bushes are fucked. So it'll be a complete set of bushes. Bushes. So it's looking kind of symmetrical. What's fucked on one side is fucked on the other side. So this, I'll take it off to have a look. Looks fine. The hub itself looks fine. So let's pop that out. Pop the sway bar off. Pop the bush out. Oh. That one's all fucked up too. So is it fucked on the other side as well? Yes, it is. Right. Is that everything on the list? 2 parts not discovered. Well, if the cam is fucked, let's get the engine down, let's get the top end off that motor, and let's have a squiz. Let's get the lid off. So pull a coil, pull a coil, pull a coil, and a coil. Should be able to take the cover off. Why do I not have to take that bolt off? That clearly goes through into the cover. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. So, if that's grot, I have to pull the whole head off anyway. So, the 2 grotty bolts on the throttle body that I saw earlier. And I'm going to have to take the serpentine belt off. So the full front of the motor has to come off, which means I shouldn't have to do power steering if I'm not removing the power steering pump. Let's just get that in a line and just hold click. I do need to take them out, so again, let's get them in a line and just hold click. I can't. I actually have to click for each one. Son of a bitch. Alright, oh, there we go. We got a grotty cam gear. And a chain. Well, there's no getting away with this. I've got to do the whole shebang, don't I? Well, that's painful. So very painful. Because I still have to do the front of the engine yet. Because that does not come out until... Oh yeah, I've got to remove the turbo noises. Goodbye turbo. Manifold. And retainers. Camshaft caps. The bearing caps. And I'm going to have to pull the plugs out, because this is one of those stupid games where you can't just remove an entire head as an assembly after removing shit off the ends of it. You have to actually... Oh, I can just pull that one out. 2, 3, 4. And then to get the cover off, I have to pull across the... Thank you. I have to pull the entire front of the motor off. So I need the pulley off. And the cover will come off. And you don't have to pull anything out of the way because you can just magically get to everything from here. So tensioner comes off. The belt comes off. I think I have to take that pulley there off. That one there, the cam gear comes off. Then the camshaft. Then the head. No bolts. Nice. That one. And that one. Have I discovered everything? Yes, I have. So now, the three that need replacing. Make sure I mark the rod caps. Because it would be ever so slightly inconvenient. Oop, get off there. I got my headphone cable stuck on my foot. I really, really wish I could just mark all this shit for. So cam gear I4, cam gear A, and a camshaft. Cam gear I4. I think I needed one of them, so it's the I4B. And a camshaft A. Camshaft A. Yeah. See, the shopping list is nothing. Cam gear A and camshaft I4B. Camshaft I4B, one of them. This is going to be the pain in the ass. So I need a clutch plate and I need the... Wait, really? Oh yeah, clutch and flywheel. Clutch, plate, flywheel. Bearing, so bearing cap 3. Crankshaft bearing cap. And I need 2 wheel bearings. Front drive shaft, front sway bar. Oops. So I want to type front. No. Front drive shaft and front sway bar. Front drive shaft. And front sway bar. And I think it was a rear sway bar B. No, that was a fuck. Rear sway bar B. I think it was a B. I hope it was a B. It was an A. Fuck. I'm just throwing money away at this point. 2 ignition coils. Yeah, but that's electronics. 2 pistons and con rods. Rod. Because that'll give me piston with con rod 2. I think it was 2 rod caps, wasn't it? It was only 2 rod caps. 3 rod caps. Fuck. Uh, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 bushings. I'll just buy the 10 bushings. Boosh. And 10 rod caps. I've got the rod caps. It's the I4B timing chain that I need. I4B Timing chain. Bah. Now I need to take my hoodie off because I'm getting warm again. It's that time of morning. The PC is warming the room up. But I don't have to... yeah. Zero consideration because there is nobody here. You know what? I don't mind. I really don't mind. Alright, what was I doing? Talking my way through all this bullshit. So I need 2 coils and 2 spark plugs. So I've got to go to the electronics shop. Electronics, 2 coils and 2 plugs. 2 coils, 2 plugs. Done, yeah. Now, none of them needed rings. There was no piston rings, right? No piston rings, that's good. Piston with conrod. Grody rings going back into place. That's fine by me. I don't give a shit. It's your car. You do what you want. You do what you think is right. Camshaft I4B. Camshaft I4B. Now all these caps were kind of grot, but none of them were shot. They're a little bit grot, but they're not shot. Yeah. So that sounds nice and clean. Grot, but not shot. Now I did mark the spark plugs as being... Yep, I have marked the specific spark plugs. And I have marked specific things, so all the so it is those 2 middle spark plugs that need to be the fresh ones. There is 0 assembly procedure with this. It is just bolt the shit in and watch it go. Procedure means nothing. It's only a game. Let's get that spark plug in, and that spark plug in. Let's put the cover on. Then let's put the coils in, so it's the 2 middle coils with the new ones. Cam gear A. Then the chain goes on for whatever fucking reason. Then the cam gear B. Timing color. Manifold. Let's just dump that shit on. A very used turbo. Now, injectors. They're not great, but they're not shocking. Bah. Excuse me. And I might as well just slap the throttle body on because it's here. I mean, at least they went to the trouble of putting a V6 throttle body on something that's clearly a Turbo 4, because a standard 4-cylinder throttle body just wouldn't flow. That one there. There was no necessity for a new belt or a new tensioner. All the existing stuff was fine. Perfectly adequate. But all these bolts look nice and shiny and new now that I've taken them out and sprayed them with my spooge. 7-on belt. Roller A. You do not get a good roller. You are not deserving of a brand new roller. Right, I think that is everything from there. Now I can just start on this shit. Let's add some bushes. Add some bushes. A rear end link. So the cap can go back on, then the wheel can go back on. Wait. Worst ones on the back. 2 on 5, 2 on 5. They're all the same. It makes zero difference in this game. But I just cannot bring myself to put the good ones on the back. That is not how that shit goes. Put the cap in. The next worst wheel. Let's dump a flywheel on. Let's dump a sway bar on. Let's go for a clutch plate. Pressure plate. All this, and I haven't even got the rods bolted to the fucking crank yet. I suppose I should get that out of the way, shouldn't I? Rod cap. So is this rod cap? That rod cap. Was it 4 rod caps? It's only 3 rod caps, so why have I got 4 good ones? Oh no, I don't have 4 good ones. I have kind of an average one, which is 75%. That was all 3 crank caps. Because it's perfectly normal to pull all the crank caps off to unseat the crank while the engine is in the car. It's just perfectly natural. Doesn't everyone do it this way? It doesn't want an oil filter, does it? No, it doesn't. So I can put the gearbox in. And the front drive shaft goes in. Then the front link. And I put a wheel bearing in. And an axle goes in. Come over to this side. Put that in. And again, wheel bearing. Axle. Front wheel. What have I got left? Oh yeah, all the front bushes for the front suspension. The front subframe's looking a bit... There it is there, front bushing. Right, so that's everything. Everything except oil, but I've already drained the oil, so I'm just going to top the oil up. Down. Fill it till she glugs. There she goes. Glug, glug, glug. Now, actually, I should just use that now to get me the extra points that I want out of this. Just getting to 300 is a good way to go. And let's be honest, any points are good points at this point. Any points are good points at this point. Yeah, I realise what I said now. I used point too many times. Yeah. Right. So there's 9. There are 9 parts. 8, 9. Suspension. Let's just do all this shit. Right. Car is satisfied, car is done. Oh, I forgot to put the starter back in. Nice. Why do I have to admit, I do that a lot in this game. Fluid missing. Yeah, because I did that. Fluid. Let's just jam some amount in there. Yeah, like that. Out she goes. Oh, if I really wanted to, I could. I have 2 points. I don't need to move faster. What I need is to be able to inspect faster. Do we increase screwing speed or do I wait? I'm going to go with the repair, just because. Sylvia, so what's she has? 15. Bah. Engine oil and filter. There is bonus XP, so. Does that work for everything in here though? Will I get 5 points for every 4? Oh, it looks like I do. Holy shit. Okay. So, I'm watching the XP tick up, and it does just, every now and then it'll double tick. Like that. I think I'm getting extra points for this bitch. So let's test everything. Yeah? Oh, I didn't realise I was that close to another point. I should have waited and I would have got faster inspection time. Fuck me. I'm an idiot. Let's get it in on the stand and constrain the oil. Because you want a filter too, don't you? Drain it, just drain it. Alright, no filter. Oop. Get you up in the air. That door is grot. Wait for the clunk to stop. Whoop. train oil. I mean, I've seen darker. There wasn't a lot of it, but I have seen darker oil, so... Let's get you done. You didn't want a new filter, you didn't want anything new. Your strut tops are a bit... bleh. Well, they're not terrible, but they look gross. But what is... I mean, I guess it's just going to be a drift pig, isn't it? Let's do the fuel pressure test. Is that still more points? Now, back off out of there and do the inspection mode. Crap. No, I'm not ticking up over it, am I? It's not giving me... No, it's not. It's not giving me extra points. Watching the XP tick up, and it does not appear to be giving me the extra points that I would ideally want. For a 25% bonus XP car, I want more than fucking that. So diagnosis gives me no extra, no bonus. Well, fuck. Is there any point to it then? Yes, there is. I have to admit, there is still a point, because every point is a point, just like every eye is an eye. Isn't that what Mr. Eye Doctor in Third World Country said? Every eye is an eye. Like suffering from macular degeneration. 3, 5. What do we got? Ah. Numbers. That's what we've got. Is there any way that I can get... Oh, yes, oh, yes, there is. There is a way I can get the extra 4 points on this car. There. That's how I get the extra numbers. I'm looking at that filter down there and it's grot. It is grot. You sure you don't want the filter done? You know what? I'm gonna try it and see if it fucks out on me. Did I make a mess? Do I have something better than that to go back on? Here I have a 65%. That'll do. You get a free filter. Sorry, buddy. I couldn't let that go. It basically cost me nothing. Ooh. Yep, taking a Porsche. that is horrible. Alright, let's drive it. It sounds like it runs. Test track, Porsche. The America. The engine can't be started. Right, fine. Let's pop the trunk. Oil filter is... There is no ECU. She's all mechanical. At least I think that's an ECU up the front there. Battery and a fuse box cover, right? Yeah, no ECU. She's old school. So let's run a multimeter over the shit. So the suspension feels ass, does it? Feels a little bit grotty. A little bit grot. So we got a slightly dodgy relay. We've got a fucky fuel filter. I can just pull that out straight away, pull that out straight away. So B6M64. I need to go straight to that M64 oil filter. Fuel filters right there. So if I put those two on, is that enough for it to run? So I do want the M64 air filters. Only the one. Is it just the one? Air filter base, blower. It is, it's just the one, so I can do that from here. Oops. Did it? Oh yeah, it did. And the valve cover on this side looks a bit... bleh. Let's put a nice new filter in. Put the grot cover back on. Because you gotta put the original one for the purity. You gotta keep it pure. Well, loud when accelerating, I can tell what that's going to be already. Come back here. That's the rear exhaust section. 964 RSB. 964 RSB. Rear exhaust section B. That's that one. So... and the suspension feels loud. Well, I want to get it running. Actually, it should run now. Now that I've done that, let's take it to test track. Car may drive in an odd way because the wheels are not aligned. Oh crap. So I need the test track. Get into it, come on. Full power! Oop, tank slap. Full power. In the tie rod, out of tie rod, yeah. Let's get you on the hoist. What condition minimum pass do you want? You want 48%. Actually, do I have a case? I have several cases by the look of it. So I want to see sort by condition. And that puts the cases at the top. So yes, I want to open this case. I need to do those two, then I'll do the opposite end. Barn location, that's a nice one. I don't really have the money for a barn at the moment, but I have 2 barn locations now. Ooh. 2 barn locations, and I got some extra shit. So there's the grot tie rod. And I can't do that one without pulling the wheel off. So the outer tie rod comes off, just so the inner tie rod can come off. And I'd best come over to this side because this one's got an outer tie rod that needs to be done. Now I will double check to make sure that I don't have any extra tie rods. You want minimum 48%. Yep. Alright, so tie. I have an outer tie rod at 49% just because that's what was already on there. So I need to go to here, tie rods, outer, inner. New one. Oop. That looks like a shock in the back's on its way out too. What am I doing? Tie rod inner. Oop, get that straight. No, that one. Loud and accelerating, that's the exhaust, so I've got to go all the way. See, that shock's looking a bit, the strut is looking a bit bleh. That should just pop off, no bolts. Because don't you just love it when the exhaust just sits there? Loud when accelerating, finish order, done. You didn't want me to actually do an alignment on it, so that's fine by me. Oh, I get to do a van. Oh, you only want filters done. That has bonus XP. What do you want done? Oh no. Oh no. Well, straight in on the hoist you go. Oh, we got a world of crap with this car. Alright, so spark plug is not necessary to crank it over. The coil is not necessary to crank it over. The ECU is fucked. Let's do another electronics test. If I can get away with just buying the ECU to start with, so I can do the compression test, because there is a lot of stuff on that list. So there is a relay. I need a relay. Double now, is the ECU type A? Yes, and the relay. Other tasks. Relay type B. Right, good. So ECU type A. ECU type A. Relay type B. So let's yoink that. It's not like we're saving the map or anything, we're just gonna yoink it and replace it. That's the relay. Now, I think this game is fuck enough that it would require that to be on for me to do this. Come back here. And now, can I do the compression test? Yes, I can. Piston and Conroy. Fuck. Piston and Conrod, so 2 pistons and a rocker arm. Fuck. Double check. Piston with Conrod, piston with Conrod. Fuck. Alright. Let's do the rest of the inspection, shall we? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a big dollar job. Like, I'm not going to make a lot of money from it. But it would really, really, really make it easy if I could pull the engine out and stick it on a stand. But I don't have the extra large workshop yet. I don't have the space. I do not have the facilities. So I have to do this shit manually. Actually, that's wrong. This is a 370Z, isn't it? It is. So why has it only got one air filter? Why has it only got one air filter? That's wrong. Whoop. We got extra shit wrong with this one. Exhaust. 2-piece feed. Exhaust, another 2-piece feed. So those shoes shot there. I want to get as much inspected. I'm going to have to test the fuel system. Just to see if the pump is shot too, although I can usually see that visually. 11 of 11, yeah. So I can generally see that visually, if that's a problem. Suspension isn't so much of an issue, I think. So I go back to here. Oop, there. Tools, fuel pressure test. So the fuel filter's shot. Yeah. How's the pump? Fuel rail shot. There we go. So can I mark that as oops, how do I mark that for X? Add to shopping list. Right, I can. So if I can see it, I can add to the shopping list. That entire head's fucked. Come up the back. So the pump looks fine. Drive shaft's a little bit fucky, but it looks otherwise fine. Battery is fine. It's an idler A. I'm pretty sure I already have one, but I will mark that down on the list. Cover. At least one coil. So if nothing else, oh, what do we got there? That's the head cover. Oh, that is the entire cover. That's fine. Alright, so let's pop off the starter. Because I dare say I'm going to have to pull that box out. Up she goes. Let's drain her of oil. And I realistically should have drained the coolant before doing any of this. And the oil looks great. That's right, I have to, because the motor's a pain in the ass and you've got to have the gearbox off. Everything's got to be off. Timing cover and everything to get the sump off. Alright? Yeah. Fuck. Oop. Drive shaft out. Whoop. What the fuck are you doing? Gearbox. Now I think I can leave them on and they don't look terrible, so let's just come up the back and pop the mufflers off. Bushes don't look terrible. Do I have everything discovered yet? I have 2 items not discovered. That is slightly concerning. That legitimately is slightly concerning. I think it's just the manifold. I'm sure it's just the manifold. I'm not going to panic just yet. It would just really suck. Like, I mean really suck. if I got to the reassembly stage and found one thing that was fucking missing. So, power steering has got to go, and then wiper fluid, I'll do it because it's there. Right, time to start stripping this bitch down. Throttle bodies. The upper intake manifold doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look great. I mean, it might be low enough to warrant replacing it, but I'm pretty sure the lower intake manifold is just fucked. Also, while I'm here, make sure I pull up the bloody stats for the stream, just so that I can see if anyone's in here. Because, like, I don't expect anyone to watch, but I'd hate for somebody to feel ignored. That'd kind of suck. So one fuel rail is good, one fuel rail is bad. Inlet manifold, that is short. She's fucked. Yeah, she fucked. And that head is just fucked. So I think the idler hasn't been highlighted yet. There it is. Cam gear. So for me to do that one, I have to do all this other shit. So belt comes off. Idler roller comes off. I've got to strip the entire front end off. I'm basically doing a full engine rebuild with the engine in the car, and that is not how you do this shit. Doesn't matter, timing cover's got to come off. Now, the question is, do the ancillaries connect to the... So I've got to jack the car up to pull the sump off. The oil pan. The oil pan. Filter out. Right. Let's do this shit. Do it because you can, not because you're trying to make money. Now, which piston with rings? That looks like a lit one. And where's the other grot one? There's the other grot one. That one. No, that's... Oh, it's... Huh? There it is there. Because it's only two pistons, right? Let's double piston with conrod. And a rocker arm. Rings have not yet been discovered. That crank is looking fairly low, but it's not horrible yet. Now they are going to be annoying, so I have a piston on each side that needs doing, yeah? So a piston on each side. No, it's just one bank, but that head's got to come off anyway. Fuck. It's the cap and the cover, so that's right. Oh, I'm good, I'm fine. But the head's fucked. So let's just... I'm getting all mixed up and doing things all backwards and shit. Now, can I even take that manifold off? Yes, I can. I'm getting shit all backwards and mixed up and crossed over, but it's fine. Oop. I can take that out. I have 4 zip bolts. There are so many fucking bolts in this. Is that it? That's it. Right. So to get that out, I've got to take the shoes off. Then the chain. Then that chain somehow goes over the top of that. That comes off. That comes off. Water pump has to come out. Alternator has to come off, you bitch. That'll come off. That'll come off. Alternator has to come off. There is no mess from an alternator. That has to come off. I mean, this shit's fucking over-engineered. You've got to give them that much. She's put together. Right. Now I have to take all these little cunty nuggets here off. Little cunt nuggets. Gems of the... See, I don't have enough to build the repair shop. Rocker arm. Cover. Camshaft. Cover B. Then 2 cams come out. Well, a rocker arm and a cam. And then the head comes off because the head is bit. Still, I have no means to repair it, so everything I'm pulling off now I have to actually replace. So I'm glad I didn't waste money yet. Alright, so 3 coils. Exhaust manifold. 3 spark plugs. Head cover with 1 bit. Little cam caps. VQ37 VHR. Same motor we've got in the Skyline. Or as Americans would call it, the G37. Coupe. Rock around, rock arm, cam, head. Spray that shit up. Spray a little more. Now, both pistons come out. Yep. Yeah. Now that should be it, right? I've discovered everything. It is. Everything has been discovered. Right, so let's start with cam gear A, B, cam cap. The head is easy, but I will add it anyway. Make sure the specific covers and all that sort of shit are listed. Right. So, VQ37 VHR, let's get all the specific parts first. So, cam gear A and B and a cap. VQ37, I should just be able to, electronic shop. Blech. VQ37. Cam gear A, cam gear B. Camshaft cap. Camshaft cap B, I think it was. Cam cap A. I bought something I didn't need to buy. Crap. Cam cap A, engine head A, and cover B. Cap A. Head A and head A. Cover B. Head A. Cover B. One fuel rail. One intake B. One fuel rail. One intake B. Whoops. Rocker arm A and timing cover C. Rocker arm A, timing cover C. Rocker arm A. Timing cover, so rocker arm A, timing cover C. And then we have generic shit, so one air filter, an idler roller A, and a coil, and a piston with a conrod. Two pistons with conrods. Two pistons with conrods. Idler A. Air filter. One generic air filter. One ignition oil. One ignition coil. Yeah. Bah. Excuse me. One ignition coil. So I should just be able to start slapping shit in yet. Imagine rebuilding an engine and just replacing two pistons. What kind of fuckery is that? Sorry, but it's worth fighting to find the extra money to replace all of them at fucking once. Rocker arm B, rocker arm B, camshaft cap A, rocker arm A. Now, which side had the rocker arm that wanted to be done? Very clearly not this side. So it gets the good, an okay one. Did I highlight the rocker arm? Oh, it is that one. It is that one. Right, fine. You get the good one then. I didn't need to buy a camshaft cap. And I don't have a warehouse, so I can't just stash the fucking good one away, so I've just got to consider it a loss at this point, for the sake of expediency. Let's get that shit done. One head assembled. I didn't see. The other head was still orange, so it wasn't great, but it wasn't fucked. Rocker arm B, camshaft A, the cradle, or the brace, whatever you want to fucking call it. rocker arm. Let's just get all these caps in place. There were no spark plugs to replace. It was just a solitary coil. I would have loved to have had the repair bench by now. Let's just jam the plugs in, shall we? It doesn't matter where they go, so long as they go. Because none of them needed replacing, yeah. There were no spark plugs on the list. There were no spark plugs on the list. So do I have 3 above? How does that work? Surely there was a spark plug in the list, and I've just not... P... Q... R... There is one spark plug. Shit. It's that one there. One spark plug. I was going to say that didn't seem right. And which coil? The new one goes over here. Oh, and there's my experience, my level. I have a level. Let's just do it from front to back, shall we? That's how them women's are supposed to wipe. No. Which fuel rail was the... Oh, it is that one. That one gets replaced. That's the new one. And then the OK one. And then the filter that I didn't buy. Fuel, filter. Yeah, right. Good. It's good. Now I think I can leave that on, but the throttle body has to stay off. So I can do the oil. Yeah. Alright, let's start slapping the rest of this shit back together. 10 million bolts. Oh no, I'm not there yet. So that one was a new one. That one was a new one. That one's ordinary. That one's ordinary. The 2 chains were fine. Well, the 2 chains were adequate. The pump was adequate. Then the chain goes on, which was adequate. The shoes go on, which again, adequate. And then the big cover goes on with the million fucking bolts. There we go. 1 million bolts later. Now the sump can go on. Oh no, I've missed one. Actually, the alternator can go on. Now I think I want to lift it up and put the sump on after I put the bearing caps on. So, 2 rod caps. Where's the other one? There it is. Rod cap. And then the oil pan. All the bolts. And I might as well put the oil filter on as well, because it was just like, you know, whatever. Right. That's right. I need to start putting all this shit on. Because that was the grot one. Well, idler roller. There was one idler roller A. Yeah, I thought I had a few extras. No. No freebies for you. No freebies. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right, the air filter's grot. So I've got to pull the cover off to do that as well. Awesome. The tensioner, that was fine. Adequate. Not fine, just adequate. So let's take the 4 clips off this. Do the air filter while I'm here. And reassemble. Let's just get it done. I mean, there's not much else you can say when you're doing this, is there? You just do what you do while you're doing what you're doing. And for me right now, that is just many, many bolts. This is not entertainment. I do not apologize for wasting your time. I think if I had to categorize myself, I don't stream for entertainment. I stream out of morbid curiosity, and anyone who watched me would be the same. Now, I can top the oil up before I put the throttle body on, because I'm convinced that the throttle body gets in the way of doing the oil. Then I add the throttle body, and then I double check the oil again just to make sure. I mean, it looks like it clears, but I've got the sneaking suspicion this is one of those engines where it, or it's just the cover that usually does it. Oh, I can do it with that on. That's fine. It's fine. It's like, you know, whatever. So now I have to top up the power steering. Actually, did you want me to drain the power steering before I did it? Other tasks, refill? No, it's just refill. Refill power steering. Thankfully the wiper fluid and the coolant were both drained anyway. So the coolant. I need to do the 2 exhaust bits. It's not up top yet, there we go, now it is. There was a relay that needed doing, a spark plug that needed doing. I'm going to be pissed off if I've missed something now, because I just remembered I haven't looked. No, I've basically done it. It's just the 2 exhausts. Rear muffler, listen. So, no muff too tough, yeah? NSN. Remuffler. 2 of. Thank you very much. But I do have to put the... Oh no, the car is up. So can I get to it from here? I have to get the car up, damn it. But once that's done, it's ready to go. The Z530, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta put the gearbox back on. That might help. Then a tail shaft. Then I gotta drop it down and put the starter motor back in, unless I can do the starter motor from here. We shall find out momentarily. Please hold. Oh, I can put the starter motor on from here. Awesome. Finish order. I didn't miss anything. Awesome. Now the bolt cargo. Oh my god. That's credit bonus, XP bonus, credit bonus. It looks like we're sticking with the XP bonus. I didn't even bother looking at what you needed. Suspension and brakes. Alright, so let's just take it for a test drive, yeah? Wheels are not aligned, car may drive in a funny way. That is fine by me. Make it interesting. You are non-supercharged, you are boring. Come on, just go. Let's start braking. I'm going to overshoot. Overshot. That's fine. I don't mind overshooting. So, front end link B, a bearing and 2 leaf spring bolts. So, tablet link B, front end link B, U-bolt, 2 of, and a bearing. Oop. What else do you need? Brake fluid and coolant. So, on the hoist you go. Brake fluid and coolant, brake fluid and coolant. Drain tool, brake fluid. If I swing around a little bit, I should be able to do both from here. And then remove the cap, top up the brake fluid. Actually, this looks in really nice condition otherwise. There's no grotty ew bits. Radiator cap, off you come. But is it a single carb or a twin carb? I'll have a look in a sec. Come on, there you go. She's a dual carb. It's not bad, it's not bad. Now, front tyre rod. And the U-bolts. The U-bolts are the easy part. Find out which one's the... Well, that's very obviously... Yep, that's very obviously the wheel that's got to come off. Because it's both the tie rod and the wheel bearing. So pop that out. Pop the bearing out. Pop the link off. New link on. New bearing on. New bearing, old bearing cap back on, and wheel back on. So that's the front end sorted. And it's just this side, 2 U-bolts. That's fine. That works for me. No bushes. No stripping of the back end. That's actually a really quick job for a fucking XP bonus. That's the entire car done. So let's just check the cooling system. Let's check the engine. And oh, that's right, I should run the complete diagnosis on it. So let's compression test it. Let's run the fuel pressure test. Let's do electricals. Just do the lot. Because experience is experience. And I gotta remember, I should do the diagnosis first. Because if I don't do that first, I don't think I get as much experience doing it. As in finding the shit by actually doing the work. I don't think I get the experience the same. So we have the power steering reservoir and the fuse box tucked up over there. Because I don't think we get the same amount of points doing it this way. I'm pretty confident that I actually lose points. So, can I do the compression test and everything from underneath? Oh, look at that. I can stand under the car and do a compression test. I'm a fucking genius. Oh, big stretch. I'm a fucking genius, mate. You're not. Fucking genius. Electronics. And then I will do the fuel system just because I think it gives me the carbies as well. And because it's twin carb, that's an extra point. Electrics look fine. Fuel pressure test. So it gives me carb A and carb B. Yes, 3 points. And I did say 3 points, not 3 points. But that has done enough for me. It can go and up to 16 grand. The Nismo suspension. No, I want bonus XP this early on. You're gonna give me. No, I won't do you. I'll do the Bolt Hornet. Banging in the back, so it's suspension. He wants me to fix body parts. And so do I have... Oh shit, I've moved off. I've got a lot more fucking points. So I want to get the repair parts. What's that? Screwing speed. I have... Group 4 repair points. So I want to get that all the way up. Body parts. See, I can't fix body parts yet. So I have to replace body parts. So for now, I'll take that to examine parts. What do I do? Something replace. So your bonus credits. Bonus credits is just... Bonus credits means nothing to me, but I'll take it. I'll do it. What is it, a fucking 7 Series or 5 Series BMW or some shit? It's a fucking 2-door. It's not just a big M3, is it? That's got to be a 5 Series. I don't know. It's a fucking 2-door, whatever the case. Filters. So let's just pop the bottom. Oh, yeah, that's a bit grot. OBD scanner. Let's check ECU and anything that's connected to that shit. Biggest yawn. Talking like that, you're either talking to dogs on a regular basis or you're talking to fucking kids. Well, I talk to dogs. There are 2 fur children living here. They are the kids. Do 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 do. Excuse me. I am going. So I have a relay that's shot. Now let's do a fuel pressure test. So the fuel filter's foobarred. Let's see, was there anything filters need to be replaced? Vehicle cannot be started. So, water pump's foobarred. There's something else foobarred. Oh yeah, I just have to do the visual inspection and I'll find that. I'll find both of them. Head cover B, there we go. And the water pump should pop up here as well. As long as I get everything popping up showing that it needs to be replaced, I'll be fine. I don't want to have to go digging for anything. Come on, water pump. It's not showing the water pump. Why isn't it showing the water pump? I can see the water pump needs replacing, but I'm guessing that's just a visual thing that I have to do. So as long as I take the water pump off, it should be fine, right? I mean, I'll do it. What else am I going to do, right? So that's just some suspension parts. Ooh, a grotty tie rod. So the engine cannot be started. There was a relay in there that needed to be done as well. So drive shaft, 2 front exhaust parts, rear exhaust parts, well, rear and mid. So the POMs call it a back box. I just call it a fucking muffler. Yeah, muffler. Just a muffler. What else we got? Just more shite. Now I'm pretty sure there'll be some suspension components that will turn up being a bit grot after I do the what do you want? You want air filter, fuel filter and oil filter. So V8 filter, air filter, fuel filter, and a V8. What colour was the V8? There we go. It's the yellow one. Now I need head cover B V8. Head cover B V8. I need a water pump V8. Pump V8. Whoops. Water pump V8. See, I should be able to do a lot of this out here. And I'm going to. Although I do realise I need to drain the coolant before I pull the water pump off. Otherwise that bitch is going to just leak everywhere. Ah, excuse me. What time is it? It's 10 AM. That's not horrible. So if I do this, now that I've seen the water pump and pulled it out, that should be everything, yeah? That should be the whole list. Vehicle cannot be started, water pump, head cover B. One muffler, one end of the tie rod. Relay B and a relay C. What I will do before I do anything else is I will go to the electronics shop, relay B and a relay C. One B and one C. So I think I've got everything else. I should just be able to slap this shit back together. The Serpiderp. No. Get that grotty one back on there, you fucking slimy little cheat. Don't you dare try and con me out of an idler. So now to do this I have to remove the coils cover, I have to pull the coils out. Then I can take the cover off. None of those bolts look grot, that's fine. Take my time. See, I could go for that fake engagement shit by putting a dodgy fucking name on my stream like, how does it look? iPhone 14 Plus Pro Max Ultra Mega. Or iPhone 15 or iPhone whatever the fuck we're up to now. I don't know, I don't care. I know the stream looks alright on the phone because I can do that myself with an iPhone 12. That's only 4 good coils, that's fine. So I'm not wasting a coil. Put that cover on. I need to remove the fuel filter. Put a replacement fuel filter on. Then I need to get it on the hoist to the rest. Actually, I think I can do the air filter here. Pull the clip off. See, I wish I could just click remove the air filter cover and it would automatically remove all the clips, but it doesn't. You have to do each individual clip one at a fucking time. That is slightly annoying, but that's why this is a simulator, I guess. Because a real mechanic has to do one clip at a fucking time. And I need one rear V8 muffler, wasn't it? Move it on the hoist. I need one V8 muffler. And one front tie rod. But I didn't pay attention to which one it was. So, oil filter V8 has been done. That has been done. Sway bar. Link A and an inner tie rod. Link A. Front link A and a tie rod and a muffler V8, very generic. So now we raise the bitch up. It wants an oil change too, doesn't it? Drain an oil, yeah it does, so I might as well do that now. Drain it. But I can't pull the filter off while it's draining because it's just weird like that. Oil filter, I can see it through the wheel, that's fine. I pull the link off? No, I have to pull the wheel off to do the link. Oh yeah, and the middle muffler. I forgot about the middle muffler. There was a middle muffler that needed doing too. So I've got to go back and get a middle muffler. I might do that now before I forget. Middle muffler. Where was the middle muffler? There it is there, right at the start. I'm just dumb. Didn't see it. Do this in an order. Obviously not the correct order, but who the fuck cares? It's a game. Take that off. Take that off. Add that. Add that. Come over this side. You've got the inner tie rod that needs to be done. And I need to top up the oil and the coolant. Because I made a mess of things. Well, I didn't. I avoided the mess by draining correctly first. So I drained it. That's something I was going to check. How do I appear in Discord now? Do I appear as... Let's just open Discord on the iPad to have a quick squiz, yeah? It's not like pausing the stream is going to affect anyone. Set status. Connections. I need to allow it to show that I am... Ah, so it doesn't show that I'm streaming on there. How do you do that? Developer settings, set status, account, profiles, blah 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 blah. Set custom status. Doesn't do anything there. So how do you do... I'll have a look on the PC. Because I don't have a... There is nobody here, obviously. So I can just sort of take a moment to look at Discord. So it says I'm playing it. It says I'm playing Car Mechanic Simulator. Is there a streamer mode? Streamer mode. Enable streamer mode. Alright, so automatically enable streamer mode if OBS or XSplit is running on the computer. Fine, that works. So now it says I'm online, but it's not going to say I'm streaming, it'll do it tomorrow. I need to drop the car down, top the oil up and the coolant. And that should be it for this engine, or this car, this job. Fill it till she glugs. Go, 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 go. Glug, glug, glug. Come on. And you're full. Reservoir. Coolant. Yes. Now, what other fluids does it want? I don't think it needed brake or power steering. It could have. I'll just go a little further on that. Vehicle cannot be started. The two relays, right. The relay B and the relay C. Which one was that's the C. And that's the B. Relay B, relay C. Put the cover back on. And that is it. Finish order. Done. She's gone. Oh. I wanted to take it to the test track, didn't I? Bonus credits, bonus XP. Oh. Bonus XP. You've got 1 minute and 32 that you're going to give me You've got brake problems and gearbox problems. So straight on the hoist with you. You're front wheel drive, aren't you? Yes, you are. Let's run full diagnostics on it first. Excuse me. What do I need? 180 points for this car. Thereabouts. Compression test. Yeah, I'm not going to make the full points for this one. I'm not going to... Well, actually, when the job completes, I may get enough XP to finish the... to give me that little boost over the line. Now, this is an absolute turd of a car. It's a fucking nugget. It is a nugget. I will do fuel pressure. So what are we up to so far? He's replacing. Please don't be a massive list. Yeah, it's just the gearbox. It's a brake problems in gearbox. It doesn't want anything else done with the engine. So now that I've done it, I can just go back to the inspection, and when I inspect the motor, it will show me that the clutch or clutch plate or fucking... Oh my god, that engine is fucked. So that clutch release bearing is pretty well screwed. I wasn't paying attention to the rest of the clutch stuff if it already did it. I also didn't look to see if there was an issue with the drive shaft. But I can see that the steering is pretty well fucked. I want all the points I can out of this car. One thing I will notice, I keep noticing it, but I don't say anything about it. There's no clutch master cylinder. There's no... We get a brake booster and we get a brake master cylinder. Where's the fucking clutch one? I mean, what are we operating? Are we all just cable operated clutches, are we? That's all we've got. Fucking cable clutch country. All these cars have got... Ow! What is that? Something just stabbed me in the fucking foot. Holy crap. It stung like a bitch. The shit was that? It's like something stuck in my sock. Fuck me, that hurt. Anyway, let's go back to this shit. Go back to there. What did it say? Did it find the gearbox part? Grinding and shaking from gearbox? Is it just the gearbox itself? Yeah, the gearbox is fucked. So 3 brake calipers and brake pads. So 1 pads. Brake. 3 calipers and 1 pad. What's the minimum bar for this? 33%. So what's my inventory like for brake stuff? Some 17s, some 15s. Yeah, I've got nothing that's... Nothing I could use secondhand. Right, so gearbox is going to come off. I don't have to drain anything for that. You just want the bare minimum. You want the bare minimum. I could salvaging, no, I just need the repair. So long as I can... Adds a garage, required expansions, none. I don't need the warehouse, I just need to be able to repair shit. So if I just do the garage expansion... Workbench, that's the one there. Workbench for fixing parts. Body repair station. I don't know if I can do body repair station shit yet. But a brake lathe. That is a good thing. That is a very good thing. I don't need the engine stand. I don't need that. But now I have that. So if I pull this gearbox off, I should be able to fix the gearbox to a degree. I'll take the caliper off. Can the caliper be salvaged? 20%. There's a potential for that caliper to be salvaged. So this wheel has to come off. And I get to spend a lot of time playing this stupid fucking minigame, don't I? Now I need that caliper to come off because I think that caliper's pretty grot too. Doesn't say what percentage you're at, but you know what, I don't care at the moment. I'll take that off. Because the drive shaft has to come off so the gearbox can come. Starter motor. Shit. And I can't get the starter motor from front wheel drive. Starter motor has to come out through the engine bay. Fucking... yeah, whatever. Alright. Engine back up. Car back up. Gearbox. Get over here! That looks a bit grot. It's 42%. Flywheel's fine. Clutch is fine. Throwout bearing is adequate. I don't think you wanted anything, did you? So the gearbox is... Can I fix the gearbox? That is the question. Oh, I failed on that. I'm out of practice. So I wasted a fuel pump. This is all costing me money, mind you. So I'm fixing calipers so that I don't need to buy calipers in future. I don't think I get points for this though. And I don't think I can fix the gearbox yet because it is, yeah. I need the Renovator 4 upgrade for that. But this is still saving me money. It's unfortunate that I can't do... Oh, is the gearbox too far gone? Box. Oh yeah, it's 10%, it's fucked. But I can do that. I can start doing them. So gearbox I4. Gearbox. Gearbox I4. Generic bitch. 650 quid. Whoop, what happened there? Bit of a jump. That's fine. So I wasted a pump. Now, which pads are you? Are you the grotty pads? Let's check. Are you the grotty pads? Yes, you are the grotty pads. Oops. Do I have a fresh set of pads? I have a fresh set of pads. And the wheel can go back on. I will go and look at the bench. Take that off, put a new one on. it's front drive axle C. See, I'm reconditioning and refurbishing all these parts. That is good. That is very good that I can actually do this now. It's just a shame that the first part I destroyed was a fuel pump. I mean, it's not terribly expensive. It is slightly annoying though. So that caliper's fine. That caliper's grot. I wish this game had a reputation system. Because then doing something like what I'm about to do would actually count. It wouldn't just be me being anal. Because I am going to eat into my profit doing this just a little bit. Then I come over here and I can repair shit. Or at least attempt to repair shit. So what is it going to cost me? 10 credits to repair. And 9 credits. And then 1 credit. So 20 credits to repair it. 20 credits to repair a caliper. Like 25 to do a caliper and a piston. So I am eating into my profits a little bit by doing that. But I don't care. Call it conscience. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put the starter motor back on. I finished everything over here, didn't I? Yeah, so I've got to put the starter motor back on. Whoop, 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 whoop. Where am I going? I didn't drain any fluids. But I did refurbish this motherfucking job done. Finished, go. I did get an extra level though, that's pretty cool. So I come in here. I have 3 points. Parts. I need 4 points for that anyway, so I want cheaper parts. Right, cheaper parts. Now I don't want to spend any more money on the workshop. I have not enough money to really waste on that. What I can do is come into here, X to clear my search, and then V to sell everything, no, V to sell everything below, I think it's 15%. Because most other things can be repaired once I have my repair skill up. And I have 2,800 bucks now. I want bonus XP. None of you have bonus XP. And you still want fixed body parts. I don't think I can do body parts just yet. Let's take the Bolt custom because it looks cool. Oh, it is cool. It's the one that I did. So it's got the fun motor in it. Yes, it does. It's the Bolt custom. So which variant is it? Yeah, custom. That's awesome. That's my one. That's one that I built. So change windscreen, change coolant fluid, and washer fluid. Is that it? Is that all you want? So washer fluid. And coolant. That is a horn out front. Who was here? Give me a moment while I check the camera. Security cameras show nobody out front. But I have to get up, so back in a sec. Alright. I have returned and it looks like the neighbour across the road is selling his car. Just because he's out front taking photos of it in his driveway, so I dare say that'll be going up for sale shortly. But that'd explain why he was fixing shit on it last week then. Ow, excuse me. That's all you wanted done. That is all you wanted done. So now you've done that, I'll do this. Because now that it has an ECU in this thing, because I don't think I missed anything on this particular car. Because I did put an ECU in, I put the modern radiator. I have the airbox. Yeah. I have most everything here, so sooner or later I'll get to building cars. I think once I can get to repairing parts, I think that's where a lot of my money is going to be. Repairing shit. So I put the fuse panel up there, I put everything, I think I put everything and utilised the space cleanly. And I did put that engine down as far as I could in there. It is a much smaller engine than it probably would normally be, just because I wanted it to sit right in the engine bay. I probably made it smaller than it could have otherwise been. I want to investigate anyway. That's right. I gave it modern front suspension and everything, and then big fat old tyres. Are they? Yeah, they're the same. They're fine. Because I wanted to fill the inner guards as well without clipping. I didn't want anything to clip through. I think I did everything just right in this. It's a realistic build, or close to it. It is a realistic build, let's be honest. Oh shit, how do I jump? I didn't know I could do that. I can jump. I mean, I don't actually jump, but I can jump. I can get some air. Oh, that's right. Does it have air shocks? It does. It has air in the front, so I can bag it out. Look at that. See, that's how you build a van. That is exactly how you build a van. Oh yeah, I've got to do the other side exhaust as well, and I haven't done the fuel pressure, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to worry about that. The job is basically finished. I'm just doing an inspection for the sake of it because I want the points. Because points are very slow in this game. Fast points are slow. Yeah, that's enough. That'll do. Off you go. Orders. So we can do a Supra. Suspension, clucks and rattles. So suspension's just fucked. It's not a bonus. Oh, it is bonus XP. I have 17 seconds to decide if I want to do that or do I want to do the 8086. I want to do the Porsche. Fuck it. I'm doing the Porsche. What do you want done? I didn't even look. Brake problems. That's fine. Let's take it for a drive. Test track, test track, test track. Let's go. Suspension is not correctly aligned, huh? Yes, she pulls to the left. Whoa! And she darts to the left. Oh yeah! Let's jump that bitch. Overshot. Overshot by a fucking country mile. Holy hell. But did it tell me what's wrong with it? Yes. So I need to buy 2 brake pads. 3 brake pads. Because I can't repair brake pads. That's fine. But the calipers, on the other hand... get in on there. So let's just highlight the shit that needs to be done, yeah? Oh, so the brake... Where is it? It's up the back there. The ABS pump. There it is. Pull that bitch out. I can't repair the module yet, but I can do the... And I can't do the pump yet. So I've got to buy a pump. So, electronics, pump. Put a new pump in it. Put the module back. Do that. That's good enough for me. So that's 2 back calipers. Two back calipers. And the pads on the back too. Fine, I can do that. Let's get you up on the hoist. So, or tell me something. Why am I undoing 5 brake nuts, 5 lug nuts, when, well, 5 wheel bolts, lug bolts? Why am I doing that when it's a center lock bloody wheel? Tell me, why am I doing it that way? Actually, what I should do is remove all of them. See, look, that's a center lock. And all of a sudden, the wheel just gets hollowed out, and I'm doing 5 wheel bolts. And that pad's shattered. Shattered pads. Excuse me. And again. Excuse me. Holy crap. See, I can undo nuts without even looking at them. Wheel studs, that's what they are. No, they're not studs, they are fucking nuts. Knucking fucking nuts, yes. Knucking futs. I can take that camera off my phone now because the security camera doesn't need to be on. I have all the parts, so I want to go and refurbish some calipers and make sure I don't break anything, I suppose. Don't break anything, don't break anything, spend as little as possible by repairing shit. I am saving the customer money. No, I'm not. I'm saving myself money by using refurbished parts on customer cars. In no way would I ever say that a refurbished part is as good as brand new. Because it's just not. So caliper, piston, we're all happy now. Now Carrera wheels, big fat ones at the back, so 335s on the back. Oh, even I'm not stupid enough to put front wheels on the back and back wheels on the front here. brake pads. How many such pads needed to be replaced? These pads aren't outlined. And what condition do you want? Minimum of 66, so I'll put the 66s on the back. That's fine. 69s on the back. That's fine by me. Whoop. I think I just put the wrong wheel on the back. I did. I mean, the game allows clipping. I don't. %, 100%. Front wheel, 265. Let's go over here. Fancy brake pad. Calipers. You've got a Porsche Carrera GT. You want your brakes to be in good condition. But they are also very pissy brakes for a fucking Porsche. Where are me fucking twin calipers on the front, eh? Whatever. Done. How much money did I get for that? I forgot to do the rest of the scanning on it. I don't have anything there, but what I will do is I will throw a new disc in the lathe. Jobs. No bonus XP. Do I have any points? I have 0 available points. So I can either wait for the jobs to recycle. A diesel. Do I really want to do the diesel? Ooh. LS. Yep, I'll do that. That's the LS one. I didn't even bother looking to see what you wanted done. Oh my god. You've got everything. So the gearbox is fucked. Brake fluid and coolant. Clutch is fucked. Yeah. So steering is dodgy, so there'll be a tie rod. Yeah, outer tie rod there, and it'll be an inner tie rod on the other side, or is it an outer tie rod on the other side? No. Alright, so if it's not a tie rod, is it... So if the steering is fucky... So what's wrong with it on this side? There's no bushes that need doing, it is just an outer tie rod. Is that all that's causing the steering to be fucky, is it? One outer tie rod. Because the front brakes are fine. The gearbox is rooted. There is one U-bolt. 2 U-bolts. So, actually, let's just do this anyway, because it is an LS swapped hot rod. And he's running full slicks on the street. I mean, that's what they do in America, isn't it? I suppose that's what they do in Australia, but in Australia it's just people being too cheap to buy fucking tyres. So I think I'll do this car and I'll call it for the morning. The back is starting to bark a little bit, but that is fine. I'm a slave to my back. I did put an ECU in this car, didn't I? I think I hid the ECU up in the dash. Under the fucking console, yeah. Yeah. I did everything right. fix it. No, everything's right. What else were you saying with the suspension clunks and rattles? So I take it for a drive. Test track. Test track. Yes, it's going to be a bit fucky because the suspension is all out of whack. It pulls to the left. Pulls to the left in a big way. That actually handles a lot better than I thought. That's what you get for throwing modern suspension and modern crap in a... Yeah. On the hoist with you. Just jack it straight up. Don't have to crack the motor open, it's only a tie rod and a gearbox. And a couple of U-bolts. I don't know if I can repair the U-bolts yet. If they're even repairable. Because I don't know if this particular... I don't remember. I know I can do the plates. I can do the leaf plates. And I can see a tie rod up the back there. Oh no, it's the U-bolt. Outer tie rod. What condition minimum do you have for this? 55. Do I have a 55 or greater? No, I don't. Tie. Outer. Slap that shit on there. Realistically, I should have the 10 grand to do the test track so I can do the wheel alignments, but I can't do that. Starter motor, other side. Starter comes off. Clutch is fucked. I think I can reco a flywheel if it's not completely shagged. But if the gearbox is as root as I think it is, 10%, yeah, it's a throwaway deal. At least it's only 3-bolt special. And gearbox, V8 double overhead cam. Pressure plate. She's fucked. 10%. Clutch is fucked. Flywheel is fucked. So... Fly. Clutch. One of them. Gearbox V8. It was the double overhead cam CGM. So flywheel goes on. Clutch plate goes on. Pressure plate goes on. The throwout bearing was, well, what are they calling it here? The clutch release bearing was fine. It was adequate. The gearbox is now 2-bolt special, 3-bolt special. Starter goes back on. It doesn't need a reco. You don't want a reco. You just want your shit running so you can drive it. This sump has provision for a front diff. I don't remember why I didn't do it. I think it just looked too fucky making an all-wheel drive hot rod. Do I have a U-bolt? No, I have no U-bolts. So U-bolt 2 of. Let's just throw that shit in there. One of these is going to be a dicky nut, isn't it? No, they're both good nuts. Hehe, good nuts. Was that it? Other tasks, change coolant, so brake fluid and coolant. Both need to be drained and replaced. Coolant reservoir I tucked up under the front, so I gotta... no. Back out of that, go to that, drain it. Coolant, I drain. There. See, I tried to set this thing up as accurately as possible, I guess is probably the word. Although the ECU could have gone down the side of the battery in the battery box and it would have been more readily accessible. But hey, having the ECU as close to the engine as possible made sense to me. One more chug, there we go. Reservoir cap. Because it just means you've got to pull half the dash apart to get to the ECU. Alright, so that is now done. We're all happy. I've already done... I've done the OBD, haven't I? Easy way to find out, yes I have. So now I can just... excuse me. Air intake. Suspension. All modern, happy suspension. 3 points. 3 points. All the 3 points. And let's be honest, if it takes just a couple of minutes, that's fine. All I need is a couple of minutes. Nine, 10. Engine is done. Gearbox is done. There's the exhaust. There's 2 parts there. See, this is the one that I did. I cheated. I just slapped a fucking set of side pipes on it. 2, 3. Oh yeah, might as well do that. 3. Coolant reservoir. Power steering. And 2, 3. And I think I have inspected every part of this car that it is remotely possible to inspect. Well, without using the tyre gauge. You are all happy to go, you are ready to go, you're out. I'm going to set myself up a car first for next time. You are bonus XP. You're making me choose that over a Porsche. A Porsche is probably going to be a... I'll take both. See, if I do that, then I've got 2 cars lined up that I can play with. So, I do that, then I save the game. Return to main menu, yes. And I'm going to enter stream there. Thank you very much. What is that? What's going on there? Streamer mode is enabled. Stay safe, friend. Yeah, righto. Righto. If anyone is still there, if anyone is there at all, if anyone is watching this at any point in time,